The Galactic Council's warning system screamed across 17 star systems simultaneously. Admiral Kexatheta's tentacles tightened around his command chair as the impossible readings flooded his neural interface. Unknown vessel detected. No data, no origin. Speed 0.97 C and accelerating. Nothing traveled that fast. Nothing could travel that fast. Not without tearing apart the very fabric of space-time. The Zafrani Empire had ruled for 3 millennia, with technology that made other species grovel. Their fastest ships barely reached 0.4 C. Trajectory analysis complete. His tactical officer wheezed through its breathing slits. Direct course for the Council throne world. Kexatheta's 3 hearts pounded in sequence. Deploy the 9th Fleet, all weapons hot. On the mysterious vessel's cramped bridge, Mia Chen wiped sweat from her forehead and grinned at her co-pilot. Leo, they're finally noticing us. Leo Martinez chuckled, his fingers dancing across the makeshift control panel they'd cobbled together from salvaged alien tech and good old human ingenuity. About time. I was starting to think we'd have to knock on their front door. The ship, if you could call the patchwork of welded hull plates and duct tape a ship, was humanity's first and only faster-than-light vessel. After the Zafrani had glassed Earth's major cities and left humanity to die, the survivors had done what humans did best. They got creative. Remember, Mia said, checking their cargo hold monitors, we're not here to fight. We're here to talk. Tell that to them. Leo nodded at the tactical display showing hundreds of Empire warships converging on their position. The human vessel, christened Stubborn Hope by its builders, wasn't armed. It didn't need to be. What it carried was far more dangerous than any weapon. Admiral Kexatheta watched in horror as his fleet's targeting computers failed one by one. The unknown vessel seemed to slip between sensor locks like water through appendages. His species had conquered 1,000 worlds, enslaved countless civilizations, but they'd never encountered anything like this. Sir, his communications officer's voice trembled. The vessel is broadcasting. Put it through. The bridge filled with an alien sound. Music. Strange, chaotic, beautiful music that made his officer's sensory organs twitch uncomfortably. Then came the voice, speaking perfect Zafrani despite belonging to no species in their database. Galactic Council, this is Captain Mia Chen of Earth. We've come to negotiate. Earth? Kexatheta's aide whispered. The primitive world we cleansed 17 cycles ago? Apparently not cleansed enough, the Admiral growled. Open a channel. This is Admiral Kexatheta of the 9th Fleet. You will surrender immediately or be destroyed. Laughter echoed across the bridge. Raw, defiant, distinctly alien laughter. Admiral, Mia's voice carried an edge of steel beneath its warmth. You tried to destroy us once. How'd that work out for you? Leo activated their final approach sequence. The Stubborn Hope slipped through the Empire's defensive grid like it wasn't there, leaving baffled weapons officers staring at empty space where their target should have been. Impossible. Kexatheta breathed. No technology can— That's your problem, Mia interrupted. You think everything's about technology. You map the genome, you conquer the stars, you categorize and control. But you never ask the important question. What question? Despite himself, Kexatheta leaned forward. What happens when you try to kill something that's too stubborn to die? The Stubborn Hope dropped out of their impossible speed directly above the throne world's capital. No deceleration burns, no gravitational distortion, physics-defying maneuvers that made the Empire's scientists weep in frustration. We studied your technology. Leo's voice joined the transmission. The weapons you left behind, the ships that crashed on Earth. We took them apart piece by piece. And you know what we found? Kexatheta remained silent. Perfection, Leo continued. Elegant, refined, perfect technology. No room for improvement. No need for creativity. You've been using the same designs for millennia because they work. But humans? We're messy. We improvise. We duct tape things together that shouldn't work, and somehow make them fly. The cargo hold of the Stubborn Hope opened. Not weapons, but small pods launched toward the planet below, each containing seeds, art, music, and messages from Earth's survivors. You thought you were pruning a weed, Mia said softly. Instead, you scattered our seeds to the wind. Every human who survived your attack became an engineer, a scientist, a dreamer, working toward one goal, reaching the stars. Not to conquer, but to show you what you nearly destroyed. The pods landed across the throne world, their contents spreading faster than the Empire's security could contain. Music filled the air, human music, chaotic and beautiful, art that defied classification, stories of survival against impossible odds, and seeds that grew in alien soil, adapting, thriving, refusing to die. This is what you feared, Mia concluded. Not our weapons or our ships, but our spirit. You can glass our cities, but you can't kill our dreams. You can destroy our world, but you can't stop us from building new ones from the ashes. Admiral Kexatheta stared at the tactical display, watching his perfect fleet rendered useless by one impossible ship crewed by two humans who shouldn't exist. What do you want? He asked finally. Simple, Mia replied. A seat at the council. Recognition as a sentient species. And an apology for Earth, and if we refuse? Leo laughed again. Then we'll keep building impossible ships. We'll keep doing impossible things. And eventually, your perfect empire will learn what we learned in our darkest hour. Sometimes the most dangerous thing in the universe isn't the strongest weapon or the fastest ship. Sometimes it's just someone too stubborn to know when they're supposed to give up. The stubborn hope hung in the sky above the throne world, waiting, a single impossible human ship that had changed everything. And in the silence that followed, the Galactic Council began to understand why humanity's first vessel was named Stubborn Hope. Because sometimes, that's all you need to change the galaxy.